this is Lightyear, and they say this is according to Deadline. They say it lost $106 million. The reason why a lot of this stuff is hard to fathom is because of the way they're breaking down some of this revenue. I've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same thing with the Marvel movies from last year. It's the same way that they say that Thor made money. And I don't think this is a reasonable way to do this when it comes to these movies anymore. Because when you look at revenue, so they break down the box office. For those of you that don't know, you get different cuts of the box office. The domestic box office, you're going to get around a 55% return from the domestic box office. That goes to the studios. The rest goes to theaters. Internationally, it's more like 40% of that international box office gets back to the studios. That's why it's important to know where it's coming from. China, way less. China, like 25% goes back to the studios, where the theaters and the Chinese government get the vast majority of it. So they have the revenues broken down here. $112 million from theatrical. Home entertainment revenue, $60 million. That's saying that between Blu-rays, DVDs, and like video on-demand purchases, I'm going to buy it on YouTube. If I get an ad for YouTube and buy it on YouTube and download it. That's what home entertainment. If you're saying $60 million from that, I guess I can't really say anything to disprove it. This is where I have a problem with all of these fucking numbers coming out in the past year is television/streaming. It used to be you would sell the rights to stream this to like Netflix or something. And Netflix would be like, hey, we'll give you certain tens of millions of dollars for the rights to stream this for a certain number of years. Or maybe you'd say, hey, TNT, you want to replay these Star Wars movies, right? We'll make a deal with you for 5 years. You can replay Star Wars movies every once in a while. That's not the case anymore. Nothing's going on TV because they want to put it on their streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
Yet they are still claiming they're paying themselves for that streaming number. Maybe this is one of the reasons that Disney Plus is losing over $1 billion each and every quarter, because they continue to pay themselves $95 million for the rights to stream Lightyear. To put this in perspective, this is Disney taking money out of one pocket and putting it into another.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this streaming television number is now, which doesn't make any sense, because you can't view that the same way that you viewed getting that money from a Netflix deal, getting that money to stream it on some other place. You're not doing that. You're banking on long-term. This will, over a period of years, get you enough money back and keep people subscribed to Disney Plus. That's the theory now. This money doesn't make any sense. That's the same way they're claiming Thor: Love and Thunder made a profit, is based off that number.
What is your anticipation for the next 3 to 5 years for streaming? Do you think that streaming is going to kind of implode overall?
I think you're going to see a big contraction. I think that some of these, you're going to end up with like kind of 4 or 5 ones left. But I think a lot of the like Paramounts, are going to go, you're going to end up with Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, and probably like Max and Apple. That'll be it. You're not going to have your fucking Peacocks. You're not going to have your Paramount Pluses. You're not going to have all this other stuff. They're probably going to end up combining in some way, if I had to guess. Like, there's just not enough room. Like, all these companies can't afford to keep doing this.
Yeah. And then on it, don't forget YouTube TV.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that's not like streaming like
that's like cable,
like the others, but it is. I know, but I'm saying it's another added cost. And it's like, at this point, if you have 3 or 4 streaming services plus some type of YouTube TV or something like that, I don't know what is the cost of that right now. Like, it's got to be close to what cable cost people.
Yeah, for YouTube TV, that to me isn't in the same realm, because that is effectively replacing cable for most people. And like, if you're gonna watch live sports, if you're gonna watch live things like that, that's kind of why I think people have YouTube TV now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're right, and they're all gonna go completely ad based, so it's just gonna be like watching TV anyway, because they can't make that money up normally streaming.
Right.
And when it comes to something like Thor: Love and Thunder, again, this is why it's tough to look at these numbers and believe that it's real.